If you're looking for the cheapest and most reliable Madden 22 coins on the market, check out my sponsor, MMOEXPR.com. Links are in the description, and use code JEDI at checkout for 5% off. Alrighty, hey there guys, Adrian DaCosta here, aka JediBro95, coming at you guys with another video. And in this video, guys, it is going to be my best defensive abilities on current gen. Now, I did my offensive abilities one that I'm probably going to release either later today or that I released earlier today or released yesterday. I don't know when this video is going to come out. I plan to release my offensive one on Tuesday, along with some other things that are going on around the community. And then either I'll release this video later that day or release it on Wednesday or whenever I get around to it. Definitely going to look to release both of these sometime this week. But in my personal opinion, guys, this video is going to be talking about the best defensive abilities on Madden 22 current gen. I almost said NBA 2K22. My apologies. So we'll start off with the most important position on the field, and that is cornerbacks for defensive backs. Now, personally, pick artist, in my opinion, is just, I would say pick artist, in my personal opinion, is the best ability in this game. Just straight up, better catching, better improved stamina on interception returns. I more care about the better catching. I'm not really a stamina person. Like, if they just cut the stamina on returns, I still would use this ability because, quite honestly, this ability is just fantastic. 1 AP, and you basically have a guaranteed pick if someone throws it directly at you and your defensive back gets a hand on the ball. Now, it is a little bit broken in a way because sometimes you could phase through a solid matter and pick the ball off. But at the same time, though, I would take that over somebody chucking up a blind read and getting a pick that way. I personally feel like that's just ridiculous. And again, I just think pick artist should be, I personally think the pick artist should be 0 AP, but whatever. But obviously, other than pick artist, acrobat is still king. It's still really, really good. A lot of people still use acrobat. I would use acrobat or a little more. Like, I would have an acrobat or two on the squad if I had the AP for it. But obviously, I need to diversify my abilities, and I want to spread out my AP across the team rather than have it clumped up in like 4 or 5 players. So, but acro is still good. I really think acrobat is still one of the best abilities in the entire game. Deep row KO, guys, this thing makes me want to hurl, but it's really, really good. Just improved catches from in man coverage versus deep routes, guys. I'm sorry, I cannot continue. I can't continue with it. I'm gonna throw up if I continue. Deep out zone KO. I honestly don't know how good it is on current gen. I have used it on next gen. It was a bit hit or miss, but I do think this should. I'm gonna try with this a little bit more, see how it works on current gen. And if it does work out pretty good, then I'll probably use it. But if not, I'm not gonna use it too much. Out my way, even though it is on cornerbacks, you can get it on your Cam Chancellor for free. I still think out my way is solid. Obviously, it could be a little bit better, but I do think out my way is a very good ability. Recuperation on the defense, do not use that ability. It is not good. Lurker on linebackers. Let me go to the linebackers now. Let me touch on linebackers. So Lurker on linebackers, in my opinion, if you want to have a linebacker on the field, in my opinion, Lurker is a must. Lurker is an absolute must. You have to have this ability on your linebackers, which I don't think you should in order for them to jump and catch a damn pick, but I don't make the game. I just play the game, and I just have to put out content on it. But Lurker, in my opinion, it's still king on next gen, on current gen, just like it is on next gen. If you want to use your linebackers, and I like to have one linebacker on the field because it does, it'll allow me to, save a DB spot, but also it allows me to prevent myself from getting weak box. Plus, linebackers are a lot better at reacting to running plays than defensive backs are. So, obviously, having a linebacker on the field reacting to the run better is going to be a bigger upgrade than not. So, I actually am okay with this. I'm actually okay. That's why I'm okay with having a lurker linebacker. Enforcer, I like this ability, but I think it should be 1 AP on field generals. And I think run stoppers, I'm okay with it being 2 AP on pass coverage linebackers. But on field generals, I think it should be 1 AP for Enforcer. I don't think it should be 2 AP because field generals are supposed to be the jack of all trades linebacker. And I think personally having that would make this game, it would especially make linebackers in general a lot more viable of an option to use because nobody cares about linebackers. I feel like I'm the only one on YouTube that has a linebacker on their field, which is, or even in the Madden community, because a lot of people don't, everybody I see just has defensive backs on the field, and I never see people using linebackers, which is funny, but also sad. So, yeah, I think Enforcer should be 1 AP on those. What's next I want to talk about? Out My Way is still pretty good. In Deflator and Crusher, now I actually do think Deflator and Crusher could have a very valuable spot on this game because the stamina is not as good on current gen as it is on next gen. And so having somebody with Deflator, say you have a Enforcer Deflator combo, which, remember that combo last year? Pepperidge Farm remembers. But, having a Deflator that can knock the stamina down on ball carriers quite a bit is actually going to be I think could be very valuable. And then Crusher, obviously heavy hit stick, heavy ball carrier fatigue on hit stick tackles, obviously giving you more, giving them harder stamina drain, especially if you hit a fumble, stick a quarterback, which I think that should be an automatic fumble, but especially with a linebacker. But you hit stick a running back, and then especially if they're just running the ball consistently, you hit stick a running back, now all of a sudden they're gassed and they have to stop and they have to, call something else, or they got to put another running back on the field, and then you hit stick that running back, and now all of a sudden they got two very fatigued running backs. So yeah, Crusher and Deflator I think could be very, very good. Although they cost 5 AP as a tandem, I would personally just use Deflator because it gives you on non-conservative tackles, so not just dive tackles, but also hit sticks. I think, Deflator could be very, very good. Secure Tackler, I still think this is severely underrated. Even though I haven't used it, I still think this is a good ability because it works on hit sticks as well, not just on regular tackles. So there is that. Things like Mr. Big Stop, BOGO, Adrenaline Rush, I just wouldn't use these at all, personally. I mean, Adrenaline Rush could be good paired with Edge Threat, in my opinion, because, we'll move to the D lineman now. Adrenaline Rush, I think, could be very good because sacks restore all points, and then obviously with Edge Threat, you get the dominant pass rush moves from the edge. So if you get that sack with an Edge Threat guy, well, now they have a refresher on their pass rush points, right? And you just keep going and going and going. So I might try this combo out in tandem. Once the AP update kicks in, I'll probably try it. I don't necessarily know. But anyways, talking about abilities for D lineman, Edge Threat, in my opinion, is absolutely king. I feel like it is an absolute must on current gen. You need to have an Edge Threat if you want to get consistent pressure on a quarterback and make him give out the ball, especially if you're consistently rushing 4 or 5. Because especially if you're rushing, if you like to rush 4 like I do, I only send 4 about 85% of the time. Sometimes I'll send 5 or 6 just to catch you off guard and make you react faster and make you get rid of the ball as soon as possible. But with Edge Threat, if you're looking to send more than 4, if you're looking to send 4 most of the time, I would recommend having 2 on both sides, so that way they can't just double team one, because then you got to worry about the other guy. But obviously, if you like to send 5 or you like to send 6, I would probably recommend having 1 Edge Threat for 5 guys, and then Giggity, and then 6, and then if you like to send 6 a lot, I just wouldn't recommend having Edge Threat at all. Or maybe even have 1. I would just have 1 if you like to send 5 or 6. Double or Nothing obviously is the Super Saiyan version of Edge Threat. However, I think, I would still rather use Edge Threat because it's cheaper and it's the same amount of, it's cheaper AP wise, and it basically grants the same thing. However, this one will work on defensive line. So if you're on the defensive line, you're using a defensive, for defensive linemen. If you're playing for a rush DT, you can actually put this on there and it will work just fine. Unpredictable, I think it's really good this year. I think Unpredictable is really good. I would almost dare say that it should be raised in AP because of how good it is, personally. But it's neither here nor there when it comes to Unpredictable. But I do think it's really good. Under Pressure, I still think is also very, very good. Being able to get increased pressure on the quarterback, it's very, very helpful. Obviously, I'll probably look to get a couple of Edge Threat, like 1 Edge Threat Elite, or maybe 2. I don't know, depending on how much AP we go up by. Probably look to get 2 Edge Threat Elites. I mean, that's 8 AP. That is a lot, but getting Under Pressure and Edge Threat at the same time is pretty good. Run Stopper, I think this is fine. However, I think this needs to be paired with, inside stuff or no outsiders for it to truly be good, in my personal opinion. I think for this to be something that you rock on your defense, you got to run an inside stuff with it. But speaking of inside stuff, in my opinion, this is the best run stopping. This is one of the best abilities in the entire game. Just stopping the run, it's just, especially the inside zone runs just make it a lot easier to, get stops, especially on short yardage. So I do think, for run stopper, you got to pair it with inside stuff because you get quicker quicker sheds. And obviously later on in the game, for the long game, you can get free sheds too, which for shedding with inside stuff, obviously it costs points to shed for your runs or even passes, but with run stopper, you can just do it for free. So you basically have a guaranteed, like, hey, here's my run stopper inside stuff guy. You can't run the ball up the middle at all. So, again, I think it's just a matter of, you gotta combo it with something, for it to be truly effective. But I do like run stopper. It just has to be paired with something to be truly effective in my personal opinion. I think that's basically it for. Let me see on defensive tackles. Is there anything I missed? I think. No, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. Obviously, defensive rally, I don't necessarily know how good it is. I'm going to go ahead and say it straight up, it's not very good whatsoever. But that being said, guys, that is going to be my thoughts on the best defensive abilities. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. For X Factors, though, it's toss-up. I think a lot of the X Factors are really good. I don't think like for the offense, I don't really think you can go wrong. I don't think X Factors really matter that much. But for X Factors, obviously, if you're finding somebody getting home to the quarterback a lot, I would recommend for your defensive end, I would recommend you try Relentless because it gives you it doesn't cost you pass rush points to get sheds for passing, right? Obviously, I would try that. Other than that, maybe Unstoppable Force could be good. I would also try Blitz maybe, but I would definitely recommend Relentless if you're finding yourself with a guy getting back there a lot. I'll probably try Relentless here for the next AP update for the next video, just to see how it plays. But that being said, guys, I think that's basically it for kickers. If you want to include kickers, obviously focus kicker is just king, and then clutch kicker is, I think clutch kicker is good, but yeah. It is what it is with that. But that's going to do it, guys, for the defensive abilities. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Hit the like button if you guys did, and subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.